Hi there. I'm really excited today to demonstrate our new export to Markdown feature in Scholarcy, which will allow you to convert your collections of research papers into knowledge graphs that you can explore in your favorite personal knowledge management tool, such as Roam or Obsidian or Notion. So first of all, we're going to go into our settings and check that we can export a whole bunch of papers in one go. So default is 25. I've increased this to 50 here, so I can export up to 50 papers in one go. Now I'm going to go to my library of papers. Now I'm using this really helpful RSS feed feature, which means that rather than manually importing papers into my library, I can automatically have them pulled in directly from the publisher site. All I need to do is go to a publisher's RSS feed, paste the URL, and Scholarcy will do the rest. So in this case, I'm going to look at some papers from medRxiv, and I'm going to look at the neurology papers that have just come in. And how we do this, we just put in the address of the RSS feed from medRxiv for their neurology papers. We paste it in here, and then we subscribe. I've already subscribed to this one. I'm not going to unsubscribe. So this is already up and running. Every day it's going to refresh with the latest papers. And what Scholarcy does then is automatically summarize those papers for you. And you're familiar with our flashcard format, and it automatically pulls out the key finding of each paper. So that's great. We can do all that in Scholarcy, but now we're going to export this data into another tool so we can explore it further. So the first thing I do is go to our export functionality here. I'm going to select all the papers by clicking on this checkbox at the top. And we've got this new option down here for Markdown, and it's going to zip them up into an archive that we can then unzip onto our computer. So I click Export Selected. And this might take 30 seconds or a little bit more as it gathers all the information together and converts it into the format that we need. So what that's going to do is create a file that we can unzip on our computer. So here we are. So I'm going to call that Neuro. Now I'm saving this into a default folder that's automatically watched by my knowledge management tool. So I'm using a tool called Obsidian, but you might be using something else like Roam or something else. But either way, we can export these files into the folder that this tool will watch. So I'm just going to save it there. I'm going to unzip that file, and I'm going to switch to my tool now. So I'm using this tool called Obsidian, which is quite popular for people who are creating their own personal knowledge bases. And I'm not going to show you how to use this tool because that's a subject for another topic, and there's plenty of tutorials on there. I'm showing you how Scholarcy integrates with this. So I'm in the graph mode here, and I can immediately see all the papers that I've exported and how they're connected in some way. Now there's a lot of connections here, so we want to filter them. And one way we can filter is by claim. So what happens is Scholarcy automatically pulls out the concepts of each paper and categorizes them according to whether they're a method, or they're making some claim, or there's some result or finding. So if I type in claim and slash there, it's going to just filter all the connections are resulting in some claim. So you can see that these two papers share a common claim about something to do with cognitive impairment. These ones share a claim about something to do with the thalamus. These ones are about pathology, and so on. So I'm particularly interested in a claim about dementia that's maybe shared or in common with these two papers. Now I can do this on the keyboard by typing in dementia here, and then it's automatically just going to show those. I can put in some other term like metabolism, for example, and it shows two papers that are connected by this term there. So let's go back to the dementia one. So if I click on that shared claim there, I can see that that's shared by these two papers. If I go to one of them, I click on that there, and I get a visualization of the paper that Scholarcy has created, and we can immediately see the finding that is about this claim. So our findings suggest that metformin might prevent dementia in patients without type 2 diabetes. So we can see the context of that claim. In this case, it's about this particular drug may be preventing dementia.